Like the grand entrance, we actually had a massive collapse here as well, where this massive wall we see next to us used to be attached to the ceiling. This collapsed just a bit after the grand entrance is what we've tried to figure out, and it's actually worked out really well in our favor. Because this is here, it's actually created a bit of a microclimate in this area, where it blocks a lot of the sunlight, it lets just the right amount of breeze in here, the temperature, the humidity, all these different factors are just perfect enough to support some life. In this case, it is these little ferns here. So they are extremely endangered. They're called the Tectaria divexa. That is their scientific name. They don't actually have a common name because they are so rare. We are, as far as we know, the only place in all of Australia that they grow. So you won't really find them anywhere else except for here in these caves. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. However, we are still quite fortunate. We have one right there. There's a few on the little ledge behind you. And there's even some down on that little rock there. Unfortunately, just a few weeks ago, there was a few more, and then someone on tour, we had a little kid yank them out. So if you look over the edge, you might see their body down there. I'm just kidding. Now, as you may notice, there's not too many of them around. We actually used to have quite a few hundred in the caves. If you actually look across the gap of that far wall, you'll see where some of the old colony used to live. However, since they're so sensitive and delicate with their environment, any sort of small change in the temperature, any of these different factors, basically they just can't adapt. And unfortunately, oftentimes their solution is to die off. So quite a few years ago, we had a bit of a change in the environment, namely a bushfire. Burnt down half of the rainforest on the far side of the mountain. And that was enough to change the environment over here, where we went from having a few hundred to just 4 in a matter of days. Things were not looking too good for them. We were actually ready to call them extinct. However, luckily for us, we do have some pretty cool people that work here. We don't just do tours. It's only a very small part of the business. We also do a lot of conservation efforts as well. Whether it's helping these little fellas, we also have some endangered bats in the area as well. So trying to help them out as best as we can. But we actually managed to grow quite a few hundred of these in an on-site nursery and then plant them back into the caves. The thing is though, because they are so delicate, bringing them from the nursery, which is right beside the car park, to the caves, killed about 95% of them. That's just how fragile they are. But in saying that, 5%'s better than nothing. So the current population is about 27, 28 is what I think we counted last year. And we do have some plans to bring that population up even further. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can get up to 80, maybe even 100 if things work well. So fingers crossed, that works in my favor. If you also look at that back wall behind you, you can actually see where the next collapse is going to be. So there's a bit of a tree root popping out there, and you can follow it all the way along through a crack to the top there. So give it about 10, 15,000 years, and it's all going to come crashing down. So we'll probably get out of here before that happens. Now, we've only really been going around the outside edge of the caves, hence why we're still seeing daylight. Now it's when we head straight for the middle where the cathedral is. So I'm just going to sneak through the front here.